Hi everyone, this is Raj. I want to thank you for taking time out of your day to join us on this Banners Broker. This is a live webinar, and we are going to teach you basically the question everyone asks. How do we make money? How are we able to make enough money that we're actually to pay out our publishers the kind of money we do? So I'm excited to be able to share this with you. We have first time we're showing this publicly, so we're excited. Went well, and we did it in Ottawa. It went well on our leadership webinar. And so, how publisher commissions are earned. Banners Broker, it is a new way to increase your revenue. You know, online advertising is $500 billion industry. So obviously, it's an industry that we all would like a share of, and I think you'd agree with me. So we're going to talk about our ad pub combo. You know, we have the advertiser, we have the publisher, but we're going to talk about the ad pub combo. When you purchase an ad pub combo, you receive banner impressions for you to advertise your products or services. So this is for personal use. You also receive advertising inventory across all our publishing sites. And this is how you generate revenue. So whether you are a publisher, whether you have your publishing site, or whether you're using one of our publisher site, basically you're buying space on one of our publisher site, and then whatever advertising is done in that space, you earn revenue. So another example would be like you have a condominium, and the condo board makes money off every single unit, but you purchase one unit, and you're renting out that one condo unit, so you're earning income from that one condo unit, whereas the advertising company, the condominium company is earning revenue from every single condo inside the building. You're earning it from one unit. So likewise, you're basically buying space on our publishing sites and earning revenue from this space you have purchased. So that's all included in the ad pub combo. So now, on the advertiser site, if you're watching the webinar for the first time, if you've never understood what an advertiser is, then let me recommend that you watch the webinars that we've done on advertiser, which is located in your back office. Okay. Now, on the publisher site, that's what this presentation is going to cover. So publisher ad inventory is sold in panels. So that's what panels represent. Panels represent the amount of commissions a publisher can earn from the traffic. So you have traffic going to a publisher's site, and from that traffic, you're earning income or revenue. So the panels in your back office, you'll see panels, and you'll notice that as they're earning commission, you see that status bar moving. They move in $2 increments. Now in version 1 that we're currently using, the revenue shown there is not live. So by that I mean every 2 or 3 days we may update the graphics showing you the revenue earned. So that's why it appears that the panel was at, let's say, $5 and it jumped to $80. It's because we just updated the graphics. The neat thing about version 2 is going to be, that's going to be a live graphics, meaning it's going to be real time. So as you literally are earning money on your publisher sites, you'll see those panels move and keep track of real time. So there are 3 ways to qualify a panel. All right, the first one, which majority of you are familiar with, is direct referrals that make a purchase. So that basically means, word of mouth advertising. You're going to go out and you talk to somebody, and they say, hey, that sounds like a neat idea, and I'm going to make a purchase. Well, you get a sales credit, and every panel, for every 2 sales credits, you qualify a panel. The second way is purchasing traffic. So this is going to be available in version 2. And purchasing traffic means you can, well, it's exactly what we say. You can buy the traffic from Banners Broker to qualify your panels. And the amount of traffic that each panel requires to qualify is going to be a ratio. So traffic packs cost $50 a pack. That doesn't mean it takes 1 traffic pack to qualify just a yellow panel. So you'll be able to break down the ratios to qualify the panels based on the traffic pack. And the third way is by bringing your own traffic. So if you send people to your publisher site, okay, whether it's through Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Promo 121, the web page that we're coming up with, whatever it is, that's going to be another way for you to qualify a panel. There is a fourth way. I apologize that we don't have the slide ready here on this one. But the fourth way is the complementary traffic. So on a complementary traffic, we automatically qualify the panels for you the first 2 times. All right. So if I have let's say a blue package, that means I have a blue panel, a purple panel, and a yellow panel. Those 3 panels are already qualified, so they start earning revenue from your publisher site immediately. Okay. And then the second time, again, same thing. They are earning you commissions from the revenue of the publisher site. So that's complementary traffic. That's good for the first 2 times. After that, the 3 ways to qualify the panel would apply. Once the panels are qualified, well then that's where Banner's Broker now plays a role, because you've qualified the panels either using one of those 3 options or 4 options, and now Banner's Broker is sending the traffic to your publisher site. So as we're sending traffic to your publisher site, you start earning commissions. Okay, very simple. So this chart here, folks, I love this slide because it does a fantastic job of explaining exactly how this all works. That line there is your traffic cap. That means that's the maximum amount of commissions you can earn from a given panel. So let's say this is a green panel. That means the maximum amount of revenue a green panel can earn is $540. So here the panel is, and it's starting to earn money. You see, as traffic is coming in, it's earning revenue. And you're earning part of that revenue as commissions. But you notice something. The money keeps going even past the traffic cap. The commissions earned in the bottom, below, up to the traffic cap, is your money. Right? And that's what you see in your back office. You see the commission column and the total commissions earned. That's your money. Whether you're using it to buy additional advertising or you're sending it to your e-wallet, that's your money. But you notice above the traffic cap, that's Banner's Broker's money. Okay? You notice, folks, there's a website, and this should be very logical for almost every one of you, if not all of you on the webinar. There's a website, and you bought space on that website as a publisher. So when people put ads in that spot you bought, you're earning the commissions. Well, what happens after you hit your cap? Is the website taken down and disappeared? Of course not. The website is still up. There's ads still on that website. Therefore, there's still revenue being earned from the ads. Well, who gets that money? That's going to Banner's Broker. That's why we can pay you twice what you spent on advertising, because the publisher site keeps earning money even after you've hit your traffic cap. And this is a slide that when we showed Ottawa, everyone went, I got it now. I understand. And I hope that's the feedback we're receiving here. If this is your first time on the webinar, you'll notice there's a chat box there. It's a question box. I'd like you to put in your feedback there, one way or the other, of how this trading is helping you understand the how the publishers earn compensation. So please, I mean, if it's yes, I got it, type that in. If it's I'm still a little bit confused, want to hear that too. So please put that in there, and I'll look through those in just a minute. Webinar isn't quite over yet, so let me finish this presentation here. So now you hit your traffic cap. Well, now prior to this, you would have set your panel to either 50% or 100%. All right, and what that tells us is, out of the total commissions earned, that is your money, how much of that do you want to spend on advertising? There's a minimum of 50% must be spent on additional advertising. And it's not just advertising, because when you spend that money, you're purchasing additional product, ad impressions, but you're also purchasing additional space on a publisher site so that you can earn revenue again. All right, and all you have to do is qualify those panels. So I want to be very clear here is, if you set your panel to 50%, that means 50% of the total commissions earned on these panels you are going to have in your e-wallet. The other 50% is going to buy you additional advertising. So a lot of you have contacted support because you're like, well, my commission say $500, but my e-wallet says 0. I can't touch that money. Well, no, that means you either set your panel to 50% or 100%. So the second slide here is if you set your panels to 100%. When you set your panels to 100%, folks, that means there's $0 going in your e-wallet. 100% is going to buy you additional ad impressions and additional inventory on the publisher site, which is represented by panels. All right. So if you set your panels to 100%, no, you won't see anything in your e-wall. That does not mean you didn't make any money. You still made the same amount of money, whether you put it at 50% or 100%. The only difference is if you didn't set the 50%, there's nothing you can actually withdraw. All right, and that's the significance of 50% and 100%. Now, I'm not going to get into strategies on this because that's not the purpose of this webinar, but there's a lot of teams out there. There's a lot of leaders on this. I can see the names and a lot of leaders. And your leaders and your teams are going to suggest strategies that work for them. At the end of the day, you're making the purchase, and you have to decide what works best for you. You can't call into support and ask us to tell you which way to do or what's the best way to maximize your earnings. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to give you strategies. That's totally up to you. All we can explain is what happens if you do A or B, and then you will decide which way you want to go. So folks, that's Banners Broker. That's the webinar on how publishers make money. Now I'm going to look through the notes and see what we have here. Bear with me a minute. All right, so I'm glad to see the fantastics and the bingos and yup and yes. Okay. Can you elaborate on the personal website? Okay. I'm not sure what you mean by that. If you're talking about the advertising you're buying, the advertising impressions, which is part of the AdPub combo, that's impressions you can use to promote any business you have. That's where you link it to your personal website. All right. Now you also have self-replicating websites, and that also is a way to promote your business, especially if you're promoting Banners Broker. One of the things I show people in Ottawa, and actually was showing some of the leaders, that was helpful. So I'm just going to pull it up here, folks, and show you one thing. Just bear with me here. I'm working with multiple screens, so sometimes they don't all want to cooperate. All right, so we go to Banners Broker. I want to show you, in version 2, you'll have the option, of course, to do various websites. Use various publishers because you'll be able to come in as a publisher only. But if I go to my account and my account details, here's 3 of your self-replicating websites. You actually have a total of 4. Now on the third one here, all right, here's your ads right here. If you uploaded campaigns and stuff, you will see them right here, folks. And these are ads that are also earning you commission as a publisher. So a lot of people are like, well, where are our publisher sites? Well, one of them is your own self-replicating website, as we've said many, many times. And this is where you would see it. Okay. So a lot of people didn't know that. Now you do. So I'm happy to have shown you that. And when we first logged in, I'm going to log back in and show you the other thing coming up. This Thursday night, you know we were in Ottawa on Saturday. This Thursday night at 7:30 p.m. in Toronto, in the Scarborough area of Toronto. We'll be doing an information session at 7:30 p.m. and we'll be doing a Banners Broker training like we did in Ottawa and like we did for the leadership at 8:30, and this will be one of the topics we're covering. For those of you who would like to see a sneak peek of Promo 121, we're going to be doing a training on Promo 121 Thursday morning at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So that's about 9 a.m. I'm told it's about 2 p.m. in the UK. It's about 8 p.m. in India. And I can't remember all the time zones, but those are the 2 that people ask a lot of. So that's why they came up to me in memory. All right, I really appreciate the positive feedback, folks. What I'm going to do is bring Chris on. He's on here, and I know a few of you have your hands up. I'm going to bring Chris on first, and then those of you who have your hands up, I'll unmute your mics and feel free to ask your questions. Chris, go ahead.
Hey there, Raj. Thank you for putting together yet another beautiful webinar. And yes, I think that some light bulbs are definitely going on when we talk about the traffic cap and we talk about the different ways that members are able to promote and make money here with at Banners Broker. So yeah, we are definitely working hard, guys, to make sure that we put everything together for the next generation, the next version of our application. So we are putting everything we need in place and making sure that we fully test everything before we release it out to the public. Now, one thing that we are going to be doing prior to us releasing it to the masses, we are going to be having a select few members that have been with us for at the minimum 6 months or more, and are, and basically fully understand the program. We're going to have some key members help us go through the site and its beta format and make sure we get all the testing needed. Okay, so with that, let me hand it back over to you, Raj, and see if we could get some questions in.
Okay, thanks, Chris. All right, so like I said, if you have your hands up on the chat box, we're going to take your mic, mute you off and let you talk or ask your question. So the first one is Carol Brotherson. So if you have a microphone, you're live. Feel free to ask your question. Okay. Let's try someone else. We got Carol Reed. Carol Reed, would you like to ask a question? Okay, people being shy on me. How about Lucia Fernandez? Hello, Lucia? Okay. I think people raised their hands but didn't really want to go live on the mic. That's fine. We have no problem with that.
The other thing too, Raj, that not everybody have microphones set up on their computers. So,
right.
So why don't you, so just read some of the questions that they have typed in.
Well, we've already done that, Chris. Most of it is just they understand it now.
Oh, okay.
So, but like Chris is saying, if you have a question, please type it in there, and we'll take a moment to answer it. All right. Okay. Promo 121. Again, I'm not going to cover that on this webinar. That's Thursday morning at 9 a.m. Eastern Time. We'll be showing you a preview of what the site's going to look like, so you definitely don't want to miss it. I'm glad to see the amazing turnout on this webinar. So word got out that we're showing you how the money's made. And let's see who else we have here. Well, that's fine. What is happening with the status of the advertising campaign? There shouldn't be anything going on. So if you're having an issue with your particular campaign, then send in a support ticket and we'll definitely look at it. But we don't have any known issues with the advertising campaign. So, all right. All right, folks, with that, then we're going to go ahead and end this webinar. We appreciate everyone taking the time out again to joining us. I hope you have a better understanding of Banners Broker on the publisher side. This webinar has been recorded and will be posted up later this evening, evening our time. So if you want to watch it again or send it out to someone, you're more than welcome to do that. All right. So thank you very much, and we will be talking to you soon. Next webinar is tomorrow morning. Tomorrow's Wednesday, 9 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time is an information session. If you haven't seen the new Banners Broker presentation yet, you'll want to definitely get in on the presentation. So that's tomorrow at 9 o'clock a.m. Thank you, and we'll talk to you soon.